For today's yoga practice, you'll want to grab 2 yoga blocks. Place them beside your mat. You'll also want a yoga bolster or something similar from around your house. Place that to the end of the mat. Come into Thunderbolt pose. Grab your yoga bolster and place it long ways on the mat so that it's parallel to the long side of the mat. Come to seated and then slowly lay down onto the bolster, keeping the knees bent and the feet on the floor. Feel free to separate your feet and your knees or bring your knees together. Place both hands onto your belly and your lower abdomen and move the hands in whatever way would feel good and comforting for you now. Close your eyes and breathe here. Feeling your body begin to relax. Feeling pain and tension and stress start to move from your body. Let your outer body soften and let your shoulders melt down towards the ground. Breathe here. Slowly push yourself up to seated and cross your legs. Move your bolster out of the way and come onto your hands and knees into tabletop. From here, inhale and look out, coming into cow pose. Exhale, round your back and bring your hips back to your heels, moving through cat into child's pose. Inhale, round the back in cat and look out for cow. And then exhale, round the back, sit back onto the heels into child's pose. Inhale, round the back, come up and look out into cow. Good, and then exhale, round the back, sit back onto the heels, child's pose. Inhale, roll it up, moving through cat. And exhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, look out into cow. Exhale, round the back, cat. Inhale, look out, cow. Exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone. And inhale, tip the pelvis forward, look out. Exhale, come back to neutral. Next, we'll move into a side stretch. Bring your left shoulder towards your left hip, stretching the right side of the body. Then come to center and bring your right shoulder to the right hip. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale here. Now bring your right foot up to the front right side of the mat. Grab your blocks and place them on the inside of the right foot. Really lengthen the spine here and lengthen your back leg, uncurling the toes. Bend into the right knee, keeping your right knee directly on top of your ankle. Breathe here. Notice where you feel the stretch or sensation. Relax the face, soften into the pose, and one more breath. Next, start to bring your hips back over the back knee, coming into a half split, and then bend into the front knee again, coming into low lunge, and then hips back into your half splits. Bend the right knee, and straighten the right knee. Bend the right knee. One more stretch here. And then bring your right knee back to meet the left. Move the blocks out of the way, coming back onto your hands and knees. On your inhale, look out, and then exhale, hips back into child's pose. Roll it up as you inhale, and then look out in cow pose. Exhale, sink the hips back, child's pose. Inhale, roll it up through cat, and then cow, look out. Exhale, bring the hips back, child's pose, balasana. Inhale, roll it up, and look out. And then exhale here. Now bring your left foot forward by your left hand. Grab your blocks and place them inside of the left foot. Bend into the left knee, making sure that the knee doesn't go past the ankle. Extend the right leg straight back so it's parallel to the long edge of the mat. Really draw the shoulders back and lift the heart forward and up. Breathe here, making sure you're not letting the left knee fall out to the left side. Notice where you feel the sensation. Now slowly bring your hips back again over the back knee. You can flex the front foot and then bend the front knee, coming back to the low lunge. Bring the hips back, straightening the front leg to where it's comfortable for you. Then bend into the front knee. Again, straighten the front leg to where you can, and then bend into the knee. Hold here and breathe. Bring the front knee back to meet the other knee and move the blocks off to the side, coming back to your tabletop. Inhale, look out. Exhale, hips back to the heels, child's pose. Inhale, round it up and look out. Good. Exhale, hips back to the heels, child's pose. Inhale, roll it up and look out. Exhale, hips back to the heels, forehead to the mat. Inhale, roll it up and look out. Exhale here. Next, we'll come into a yogi squat or malasana. Come onto the feet and turn the toes out, heels in. Knees are bent deeply. Push your elbows into the insides of the knees, pushing them away, and bring your hands together if possible into a prayer position. Really lengthen the spine. It's okay here if the heels don't touch the ground, they can be lifted. Continue breathing and lengthening. Notice how this feels in the hips and the abdomen. Now bring your left hand to the outside of the left side of the mat and reach your right arm up towards the sky, twisting to the right. Keep your left arm on the inside of the left leg, pushing the knee open gently. Breathe and lengthen the spine. And then slowly bring the right hand down, come back to prayer. Now for the other side. Bring the right hand down to the ground to the outside of the right side of the mat and bring your left arm up, twisting to the left. Keep the spine long. Focus on opening the heart and gently pushing the right knee open with the right arm. Breathe here. And then bring the hands back to prayer position. Bring your hands onto your knees and slowly push yourself up, keeping your torso parallel to the ground. And then bend the knees, coming down into a squat, only as far as you can go comfortably. And then slowly pushing back up, straightening the legs. Slowly bend the knees, coming down. And lifting back up. Draw the chest forward. Come back down to a squat. And bring your hands back to prayer. Breathe here. Slowly lower yourself down to seated and extend your legs out into a straddle or a V. Keep the legs straight and keep pushing through the heels and balls of the feet. Lengthen the spine, close your eyes, and breathe here, noticing where you feel the stretch in this pose. If it would feel better to bend the knees, feel free to do that. Take a couple more breaths. Next, we'll move into a side stretch. Bring your right hand towards the right leg and your left arm up and overhead. Twist the belly button open towards the sky. You can look down or sideways, whatever feels best for your neck. Try to keep both shoulders away from the ears. Breathe here, make sure you're not feeling any pain. And notice the sensation going down the left side of the body. Slowly rise up, back to neutral. Now go to the other side. Bring your left hand to the left leg and your right arm up and overhead. Turn the top palm to face down. Feel free to gaze down or sideways. And again, keep both shoulders away from the ears. Twist the belly button open towards the sky to open the heart. Good. Soften the face and breathe. Relax. And slowly rise back up to neutral. Lengthen the spine and breathe. Next, we'll come into our wide leg forward fold. Start to walk your hands out in front of you, going as far as you can go with keeping the spine nice and long. Try not to round the back too much. Focus on drawing the chest forward and the shoulders back. If your head easily comes down to the ground, you can place it onto the back of your top hand or onto a yoga block. Wherever you are, just make sure you're not feeling pain. And let go. When you're ready, rise back up. Taking your time. Notice how you feel after that pose. Hold here. Now swing your back leg around and come onto your hands and knees. Coming into hero pose, knees together, feet apart. You can either sit down in between the feet or grab a block and sit on the block, or two. Whatever feels best for your knees. Keep the heels really drawn in snug towards the body. Push the toenails down into the mat and make sure your knees are pointing straight forward and that you're not feeling any pain. If you are, just modify the pose and come to seated with the legs crossed. Otherwise, breathe here, close the eyes, and relax. Now grab your bolster and place it behind your back. Slowly lay yourself back onto your bolster, only if this still feels okay for your knees. If you were sitting on a block, maybe just extend your legs straight out in front of you. Breathe here. Bring your hands in front of you and hold on to your opposite elbows. Bring the elbows overhead for a deeper opening in the chest. Relax the face, close the eyes, and notice how you feel after your practice. Bring your hands down by your sides into your feet. Take another breath. And then very slowly use the strength of your arms to push yourself up back to seated. Hands onto your legs, close your eyes. Thanks for joining me today.